Thrustmaster TCA Captain Airbus edition, which you guys can all see on the different cameras now. We've got two cameras. So we've got the side stick on the right hand side, thrust levers with the full add-ons, so the speed brake lever on the left and then the flap lever on the right. Approaching now ILS Yankee runway 30 at Tenerife North. Not that you can see a lot of it. 24 miles to run, and we've got a decel point up ahead. So we're fully established on the final track now, but because we're so far out, we've not got anything on the localizer just yet. We should start to see that come through soon. So speed's fine where we are at the moment. Still going through the clouds, but we don't need any anti-ice on. It's warm enough here. Right, I tell you what, let's activate the approach phase now. I'm pretty happy with how we're looking in terms of the profile. We're going down to 5,000 feet on here. We've already got the QNH set, so that's all in good stead. And we'll actually no, we don't need to utilize the TCA. I was going to say we'll utilize the TCA speed brakes a little bit on the left there, but we shouldn't need to actually. Or is it doing that thing with the profile again? Actually, I'm going to go open descent because it's stopped our descent completely. And I do not want that to happen for us to get high on the profile. Oh, no, we're fine. We're good on the glide. So we'll go VS on there, and I'll take flat one. And then we'll arm the localizer. There we go. I think it's just caught the localizer, actually. So lock. We'll arm the approach in both autopilots and we'll bring back the descent rate. Got 17 miles to run. We'll go back to managed speed, I think. Because it'd be nice to take flap 2 when we get the glide slope intercept. There we go. Now we're starting to see the island. So we use both autopilots on the approach in case one drops out. So in case we have an autopilot failure on autopilot system number 1, autopilot 2 would stay in place and you'd still be able to fly the approach automated. There we go. Glide slope start. So now's a good time to take flap 2. And the reason why it's a good notion to take flap 2 with glide slope intercepts is that when you capture the glide slope from below, your nose will dip to capture the glide slope. And at the same notion, when you take flap 2, the nose kind of balloons. So it's just a little bit nicer for the passengers if you can do both at the same time. There we go. There's the glide slope. And the go around altitude, it says eventually flight level 70. So I'll pop that in place. Right, let's call on Unicom. Tenerife North traffic, Iberia 952, ILS established, runway 30 with 13 miles. Okay, so back to flap speed now, F speed there, about 180 knots on the approach. Flight level 70 is in there, 12 miles it's saying yet to run. We've got a bit of a crosswind of 30 knots, it's a variable wind. Look at that view. There's the airport, dead ahead. There she is. Echo Charlie Juliet Lima Echo for the reg today. Beautiful views. Right, let's bring the range down to 10 miles now. I've not done this approach for quite a while. It's actually a fun one to do. Bit windy. Right, let's go and arm the spoilers. Ready for landing. We've got auto brake level 2 selected today. Lights are good as they are, so we don't need to touch that. This freeware scenery that I've got for Tenerife North, at least I'm pretty sure it is, and then we're using the amazing Orbex Payware Canary Islands for all of this great ortho photo reel. I mean, look at this approach, isn't it gorgeous? Look at that. Quite an interesting place to take an A340-600. How's about that for a view? Okay, 7 miles. Let's go Gear down. Look at that. Gorgeous. And then we'll go flat 3. Bring that speed back towards 160 knots. Over the coast. I bet this was an incredible sight from down there. Okay, gears down now. So we'll put the rest of the lights on. Santa Cruz. Look at that view. That looks incredible. Okay, 4 miles to go. Flap full. Final stage of flap then. And everything is set for landing. So flap full landing, no blue on the ECAM memo. Feet on the rudder pedals and everything. Take out the autopilot down here actually. No, it's fine. I'll click on the FCU. There we go. Right. So autopilot's out.
2,500.
Let's watch the speed. We'll keep auto thrust in. Okay, wish me luck.
2,000.
A little bit below glide slope on the PFD, but I'm showing 2 white, 2 red on the Pappies, so we'll keep an eye on that. Now we're a little bit high. Oh, look at the wind pushing us about a little bit. Got to be careful of that. It is variable at 10 knots. Could get dragged to the right here, which is exactly what we're doing. Trying not to over control the side stick.
Minimum.
Continue. Okay, that feels a bit more comfortable now.
500.
Showing low on the glide slope but high on the Pappies.
400. 300.
Oh, it's windy.
Light slope.
200.
Hello.
Terrain,
100.
terrain.
Oh my goodness.
50,
Terrain, terrain.
40, 30, 20. Retard. 10.
Decrab the nose with the rudder pedals. Yeah, there we go. I'm happy with that touchdown. Softly bring the nose down. Spoilers. Reverses green. Oh, I'm happy with that landing. I got worried there. We had all those call outs. And there's decel on the auto brake as well. There you go. Okay, 70 knots, so manual brakes. Uphill slope here at Tenerife North on this runway 30. 60 knots forward idle. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I'm so happy with that landing. I thought that was going to go awfully then. Got glide slope calls, terrain calls. We got the lot. But we made it down safely. I've got no idea if that's meant to be an exit there to our right, but we'll roll on. There we have it. So it's a very short taxi, obviously. So we'll start to clean the aircraft up nice and quickly. All we need to do with the TCA quadrant is just slightly move the speed brake lever just to stow those. And then put the flap lever up. And there we go. You can see the flaps and then the slats on the leading edge will also stow and retract. And then we'll vacate. Right, so flight time today from Madrid was 2 hours and 40 minutes. Not too bad. Little bit past my estimated time of arrival that I've got in the overlay at the top there, but nothing too crazy. And we'll vacate. Obviously, this is a rather large aircraft. We've got the taxi cam to help us out a little bit. And because it is such a short taxi, we'll go and get the APU started nice and quick. It's a long boy, so got to be careful with the turning circle on this thing. I'm still trying to master the parking in this. I find that I'm always parking skew whiff. But yeah, really nice scenery. And an absolutely stunning approach. Right, we'll take terrain off there now, and we'll take that off there. Put ourselves onto standby for the TCAS. Just have a quick look at the chart, make sure that we're happy with everything on taxiing. APU's coming online, we can see on the lower ECAM display. And it looks like we've got a Brussels Airlines aircraft there. Probably could have got in on that stand, but we'll go up here. Okay, runway turn-offs off. We'll take the taxi light off as well now to signal that we'll turn in. And just on time, the APU is available. We've got hot brakes. That should be okay. Plenty of wingtip clearance with that Airbus to our right, so we should be fine to turn on to stand. And again, we can utilize that taxi camera. So I'll leave a link in the YouTube description for the Thrustmaster TCA Airbus Captain's Pack, which everybody can pick up now. How was that? Oh, that wasn't too... For me, that's actually very good parking for this aircraft. I struggle parking this. And it's got A340 on here as well. I don't know if it'll actually give us the correct stop mark. Can't see it from my point of view. We're a little bit high. Stop. There we go. Right. So that's ready to go. We'll go and set the parking brake on the TCA quadrant. The APU is available to us now, so we'll select APU bleed. And then I've only got the 2 thrust levers, although you can select up to 4, so you can buy another of these thrust lever quadrants to then have all 4 engines for the A340 here. And we'll select engine 1 off, and then we'll do engine 3 and 4 in there. Block time of 2 hours and 54 minutes. Beacon light off, seatbelt signs off, transponder off. And there we go. Welcome down to Tenerife North.